I am a poet afraid to publish. I'm worried about seeing my words printed in a book and on the back of all these blurbs like, this is a nation's bestseller. This is a must-read. What a wonderful account of an artist's words. I actually think it's absurd for some to only use their art for profit. And y'all, I ain't trying to justify the lifestyle of a starving artist, but I feel like if art really is your gift, then starving at some point should be a part of it. I feel like there should be some pangs in the pit of your stomach when your notebooks are empty and ain't no more ink left in your pen. When you aren't changing lives and your paper is thin. Y'all, I've accepted that at some point, my economic reality may rely on my poetic balladry, and I'm not sure that my poems are as good as I think they are, but I know that I'm no longer willing to sell my soul just to write some fallacies. And y'all, I have. I've written poems at the wishes of others. I've written wedding poems and birthday poems and poems about anniversaries and poems that spice up other people's love lives, and y'all, sometimes I feel a little dirty and a little used and confused about whether they actually heard me. Sometimes I wish I could turn down the volume on some of my words and transform these performances into conversations where I could just be Tony Keith, the poet, the educator, and the nerd. Because y'all, I want to be known as that artsy-fartsy intellect who believed that there was power in his words, and that I not only took responsibility for what I said, but I took responsibility for those of you that heard. Whether or not I pissed you off or I convinced you to change the world, let you know that sometimes, y'all, I got tired. And yes, y'all, sometimes I got weary, but poets, I kept on writing even when my vision was blurry, even when I couldn't see what was in front of me, even when people told me I need to sit still. Y'all, they tell me grass never grows under your feet. And I say, look, Pop, Ma, Grandma, that's because I'm way too busy climbing uphill. I tell them I don't have time to rest until the rest of my poems are written. But y'all, I can't stop writing, so none of my poems have endings, just transitions between new beginnings and space savers while refilling the ink in my pen again, or moments when I need to stop, sleep, and dream just to recharge my system, or moments when I need to set my pen on record and just listen. Listen. I'm trying to think myself through a literary breakthrough. Break down walls of bondage with poetic correspondence, and if I have to, make other people feel uncomfortable. Make their spirits feel unsettled while my feet keep pushing on these pedals, because y'all, I ain't got no choice but to keep pushing through. Look, I'm doing what I'm called to do, and if you're open to receive it tonight, the next call may be for you, but if you don't answer, don't you worry. I got agency, and I can collect when the payment is due. Now, granted, y'all, I got a couple of degrees. My bank account probably won't go in the red if I spend a couple of pennies, but I've only got 2 cents to my name. And so the life that I'm trying to live actually does require change, but like a lot of artists, I got bills. So I guess I'm gonna have to keep writing until my soul gets saturated and I hope that my wallet gets filled. And some people say, Tony, don't worry, because it's faith that'll get you through. Well, y'all, truthfully, I'm not that much of a religious man, but I tell you right now, faith, I invoke you as my muse. Faith, I invoke you as my power of attorney. Faith, I want you to take over for me when I can't take over for myself. Faith, I want you to take over for me when my ego can no longer control my wealth. Faith, I want you to be afraid to unplug my microphone and knock all my notebooks off the shelf. Faith, don't be afraid to let me flatline. Let me lay there till my heart gets back to beating at a humble grind. Resuscitate the power of God back into my lungs and help me create new poems. Pure and simple ones. Poems about failure and poems about victory. Poems that rhyme occasionally, poems that resist artistic prisons, and poems that enforce as pen is a lethal system. Y'all, I'm a poet afraid to publish. So I guess I'm gonna have to keep publishing on these stages and earn some kind of living on free open mic wages. Thank you, thank you, thank you.